What's up, everybody? Beau-Hindman here with a quick video. I wanted to go over a couple of my I'm gonna make a couple videos today over some stuff that I'm working on and other cool things. As you know, I collect a lot of different weird toys. This is not what we're talking about today. This is the Game of Thrones Mega Constructs Game of Thrones Dragon thing. Got that on sale, so I'm gonna assemble that and talk about that later. Today I want to talk about this amazing figure. I can't fit it in the screen here. I gotta get my I have a little crafting area I work on in my same work office, so it's not a very large area, but I need to rearrange it so I can get packages like this into the camera. But this is the Black Hole Maximilian action figure. If you follow me on Instagram or Twitter or any of that kind of stuff, you know that I love the Black Hole. I am 46 years old, so you can do the math. This is something I grew up on. I think this was out in 77. I would have been just a few years old. I was born in 74. So, but I remember this having such an impact on me. This figure, hello, there I am. This figure and everything involved with the movie. If you don't know the movie, you need to go on Amazon, something like that. Rent it for $2 or $3. It's a Disney movie, and they wanted to get into making kind of, not adult movies, but they were actually going to make their first PG movie at the time, I believe. And it was such, hearing about a PG movie when their movies are normally G movies, G-rated as in general audiences, PG meaning parental guidance required. It was such a controversy even hearing about it. That like stockholders and stuff threatened to sell their stocks. It was this crazy reaction. Now, if you watch the movie, which you should, because it's a fantastic movie of practical effects, like if you're a practical effects person, just really, like they did wire work for anti-gravity scenes, and the wire work is actually pretty damn phenomenal. So it's basically based on a ship that finds another ship surrounding a black hole, and the mystery there, I hate to say this, I don't want to spoil it. It's a 40-year-old movie, but there might be a lot of young people, or just people in general, maybe international audiences who haven't seen the movie. But this is, I'll just say, the main, one of the main baddies in the movie. His name is Maximilian. He doesn't have feet because he floats. Again, I wish I could fit all this in the screen. Let me see if I can get this out of the package. And then, by the way, why don't more toys come with a stand? Even just a basic stand like this, I don't know. I wish they did more, because I would even pay extra just to have a little stand in here, just to put it on your shelf, because one of the problems we all have with extra toys and stuff that we're making is there's no room on the shelf. And if you're going to have room on the shelf, you need it to stand up pretty safely. I have dogs. I don't have children, thank God, but I have dogs, and the dogs will come by and wag their tails even and knock stuff off my bottom shelf. So I have to be prepared with stands and everything. So thank you for the stands. My old dirty desk. So this is the main baddie, Maximilian. This is one of two figures I just found out about. I'm not sure why I didn't know about this. This one is made, I can't remember. It's right here, Diamond Select. But there are, I think, there is another Diamond Select toy, Maximilian, that came out as well. That's a little bit more detailed. This one has a flat matte finish plastic. It's pretty light. It feels a bit cheap, but it wasn't that expensive. I think if you buy it, it's probably $25 or whatever. I bought it on eBay just to get it to me really quick. In the movie, he basically is a floating. He's one of those bad guys, you know, like kind of like Jason or something, that you go, well, if you want to defeat the bad guy, all you have to do is, you know, kind of run fast, because he just kind of does this the whole time, and he kind of growls. They have some neat audio. He has a growl that he makes that they got from like a panther, you know, mixed with something else. It's really, the movie's really ahead of its time. I mean, you should definitely check it out if you haven't. But this is the main baddie. He has different attachments that would turn up, you know, pop up, and these would spin. And again, I'm not going to spoil the movie, quote unquote. It is, but a lot of people probably have not seen it. So the one concern I had about when I saw this figure, he does feel, I wonder if this come off, yeah. He does see they'll fold up. He does feel a little cheap, but for the price, it's fine. It spins great. You can put these out like that. His little fins do this thing. I don't know how far up these go. I don't remember in the movie that they went up that far anyway, but these are constantly moving in the movie. Now he's on a wire. He's about 7 foot tall when he's floating. The actual suit compared to human is about six something. He's a big, imposing character. I was worried that he would look too wide, too bulky, but looking at the screenshots of the movie, I think they actually got it pretty good. This is not the fancier version. The fancier version that I think is closer to like 50 or so has different attachments that you can put here in place, like a spinning kind of gimmick, plastic attachment. But they have some little weathering on. Let me get a little bit closer here. Now, again, I don't want to spoil the movie, but if you've seen the movie, you know that there's something very important that happens later with his head here. And they did not provide, the head rotates, they did not provide an additional head, that's all I'm going to say, that has that special something with it. Go watch the movie, go watch the last scenes if you have to. The last scene involving this guy, this character, the last 2 main scenes were shot later after the movie was done and are really pretty trippy. In fact, it confused a lot of people that Disney was putting on a movie that was kind of like 2001 in its scope at the end. Really strange, but the scene involving this character and the special head, you'll have to see it yourself, is honestly one of the most beautiful scenes I've seen filmed. It's frightening, absolutely frightening scene. So when I was a kid, this character was very intense. I have extreme memories with this character. I'd say that if you see the screenshots of the movie, they did this wonderful weathering and paint job on this character. This does not have it at all, but I have a little bit of a project involved that I want to eventually do with this character, maybe, and that is to paint him in a different way. That it would have to be kind of surprising that if you see the last part of the movie, you know what I'm talking about, what's happening to him in the last part of the movie. I want to paint this character to kind of reflect what happens after the movie's over. So there's some seam lines and stuff. I'd have to check the movie stills. This discoloration here is a little bad. But for the price, for $25 or whatever it was, I think I paid 30 something after shipping and everything. I just bought it from a seller on eBay just to get it to me quickly. It's not bad. It feels, like I said, a little bit plasticky and cheap. The stand is pretty obvious, but I like how, again, I need to fix my camera here so that it's a little easier to see. But I like how that is going to sit on, that stand is almost too big. If you look at the width there, it didn't need to be that large, but that figure is not going to go anywhere on your shelf. So I just wish more toys would do that, would just give you even a basic stand. So he rotates and does the basic stuff. He actually probably moves more in this toy form than he does in the movie. He's just a cool, imposing figure, and when you're a kid and you see him, you're like, that is the coolest looking thing. And it's still a great design. It's a little bit 50s science fiction-y looking, but it really reads as a nice baddie character. So that's the Diamond Select. There's 2 of them. Make sure you notice which one you're getting, because there is also a 3-pack with him and the 2 smaller robots, Vincent and the older robot. So keep an eye out. And there's, I even believe, another single one of him that has different packaging that is fancier as well. So just be sure you know which one you're getting if you decide to get one. I'll put a link to this particular one in the comments there, or in the description. But he definitely needs a washing. He needs to have these details come out a bit more. But even just as he is, the little bit of weathering they've done is pretty basic. If you look there, some of the chipping is literally, and if you're a model maker and you want to know, chipping is just a bit on the edging there. And they did just enough, but it looks pretty rough. I would probably redo that and make it a little bit nicer. But not a bad figure. Maximilian Diamond Select Toys. I can't wait to do something with this though. But for now, he's just going to sit on my shelf. I'd like to put a little eye in his head. That would be cool. I mean, a little light. Anyway, have a good day, everybody. Check out Maximilian. Bye-bye.